Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good evening, lovely people. Hope you're well and welcome back to another Kop-ish Kall in this Friday night. Bit of a special one because obviously there's a big game about to start. England versus Scotland, which is going to be a big one. So guys, this evening we're gonna speak briefly about the England-Scotland game, and then obviously when we open up the phone lines, we are going to give you guys a minute 30 tonight because obviously we've got to be off stream before the game starts. So please do stick to a minute 30. Ideally we'd like to stay on the topic of England, Scotland, with maybe some little things to do with Liverpool. So obviously there's rumours of Kingsley Coman, Vlahovic, the fact that it doesn't look as though we'll definitely won't be getting Daka. So please do try and stick to 1 minute 30. Me and Drift will also keep our answers short and sweet as well. But yeah, looking forward to it, guys. Looking forward to it. It's a big game tonight. I actually think England will win. I don't think it'll be an easy or convincing win. I think they'll probably edge it out 2-1 maybe. But I think England have just got too much quality for Scotland. I think Scotland have got some good players. They play good football, but that cutting edge, I think they just lack it a little bit. And I think that is probably going to be the issue for Scotland today. I think it's going to be interesting to see who Gareth Southgate picks to play and start. Does he go with the team that won? Does he sort of mix things up, bringing the likes of Grealish and Sancho? Will Sancho even make the bench this time, which for me was crazy that he didn't the last time? Will Trippier start as left back when you've got Luke Shaw, who's probably the best fullback in the whole of the Premier League last season? So it'll be interesting. And again, with Scotland, will it be Trippier playing as a left back and Robbo playing as a left centre back, or will it be vice versa with them alternating throughout the game? I'm looking forward to the game. I think it'll be a good one. Just touch on a few Liverpool things today. So apparently we've been linked with Kingsley Coman. So I think he's either stalling on a new contract or he's looking to leave Bayern Munich. So the winger joined from Juventus a few years ago. He scored the winner for them in the Champions League final the season before last, and has had a pretty successful time at Bayern Munich. Well, not pretty, he has been successful at Bayern Munich. He's had his injury problems. However, it looks as though he's come out on the other side. So it'll be interesting to kind of see what happens. I'll be honest, I don't think we'll get Kingsley Coman. I think the demands of Bayern Munich will be quite high. Plus, I think his wage demands will be quite high. I don't know about you guys, whether you guys would have him in and around the squad. I think he's good on his day, but I think he can be found a bit wanting sometimes. I'm not a massive fan of him. I rate him, not to say I don't rate him. I do rate him, but I'm just not a massive fan of him. I think he's just very good. And again, being selfish, I want us to be more than good now or very good. I want us to have world-class or close to world-class players in every position, and sometimes in two of those type of players in the same position, just to boost the competition, etc. So, Drift, I don't know about you. Kingsley Coman
to Liverpool?
Yeah, would you be up for that?
He'd make a really good squad player. I don't think he's good enough to replace Mo or Mane. They make a good squad player. They'd make a really good squad player. He'd be the type of player that if one of those guys missed a couple of weeks, you wouldn't think, the quality dropped so much. Like, his end product's got a little bit to be desired, but like his footballing ability is right up there still. I like it.
Yeah, I think he's a bit overrated. I've got to be honest.
Do you?
Yeah, I think he's good. I think he's just good. I think he's just very good. I don't think he's...
You know what it is, bro? He had such a good loan spell before he made it permanent that I think everyone remembers that part when they think about him. And you're right, his levels have kind of dropped from when he was on loan. Maybe moving permanent made him a bit more relaxed or something. I don't know. So I know when he was on loan, he was doing a lot better than he's doing now. But like, he scored the winning goal in the Champions League.
I hear that. Bogdan says he's not worth the money Bayern would want for him. Couple of differentiating opinions here. Like Devon, for example,
Is there
said that
any
he's
fee? Is there any fee put out of how much?
no. Apparently, Bayern want big money for him though.
Yeah, he's not worth big money.
This is what I wanted to see. Conway, no doubt, is smashed right now. Oh yes, sir, I can boogie. Yeah, Conroy's definitely on the sauce tonight. Big up Conroy. Best of luck to Scotland tonight as well, Conroy. I'm not gonna lie, seeing Scotland win for you would actually warm my heart, because I know that you'd love to see that. But I don't think it's gonna happen, unfortunately, Conroy. I can't lie to you, bro.
If Scotland win, Conway's the only person I'm gonna think about.
Yeah, same. The Magic Mastermind, thank God the Daka rumors are going. I'm not gonna call him, like, I'll be honest, I think that's a bit disingenuous to call him. Like, he's not a crap player. Like,
he's not crap.
No, he's definitely not crap. He's not, in my opinion, Liverpool quality right now. Look, this is the killer with football. If he goes to Leicester and he does 20 goals in the league next season, loads of people are going to be like, well, look, you should have signed him, this, that, and the other. If he goes there next season and he doesn't perform, then people are going to turn and say, well, look, told you so. Look, there's no right or wrong in it. We've just got all of our opinions as fans. I personally think if he goes Leicester, I think he may have a good spell at Leicester. I reckon he'll probably get about 10 goals next season for Leicester. But there's a difference between going to Leicester and going to Liverpool. At Leicester, you've got Vardy and Iheanacho there already. So there's less pressure on him to come in and hit the ground running. With the season that Mane and Bobby just had, any attacker that comes in has to hit the ground running. And if he was to go 4, 5, 6 games without scoring, the pressure on him would be immense. It'd be absolutely immense. So that's why I kind of never really wanted Daka to come in and be our starting number 9. Magic Mastermind said only Kylian and Mbappe. Ha ha. I'd love Kylian, but I hate to break the news to you, big man. I don't see it happening, man. Don't see it happening.
You know the Daka news. Do you know what upset me today, Cal? I was reading an article that was in the Echo, I think it was, and the journalist who was doing the article said the reason why Daka looks to be going to Leicester is because after the 32 million we spent on Konate, which was upfront because you can't do installments on a player that has a buyout, Daka's out of Liverpool's price range.
Don't say that, Drew.
No, Cal, I'm not joking.
Yeah,
but in fact, you know what? Hold on a minute. Have I still got the quote?
I'll be honest though, the Echo, they're very, very hit and miss. And they're probably more missed than they are hit now that James Pearce ain't there, to be honest. I wouldn't take what they say. Like,
no, I hear that, but hold on. Here it is.
Out of our he's 17 mil. How can he be out of our price range? How? No. You know what? I'm not gonna get drawn in. This is a new Callum. This is a new Callum. This is a new Callum where I'm not gonna lose my rag and go on rants about FSG. I'm going to simmer down. I'm going to wait until the end of the transfer window before I give my full thoughts on what's happening. If that is the truth, though, then it's going to be must-see YouTube TV at the end of the window, because I don't know what Callum's going to show up on that day. I've got to be honest with you. But if we can't afford... How much is Daka worth?
22, they're saying roughly it'll probably take the game.
We can't afford 22 mil. Is that what you're telling me, Drew? Big bad Liverpool, yeah? Big bad Liverpool can't afford 22 mil.
Oh, look, I'm not even saying it's real. I'm just saying I read it and I'm passing on the information that I read, you know?
I know we've got bills to pay, but how much are these bills coming up to, Drift? Are we living in the overdraft, bro? Like 22 mil? I don't believe it. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
If Patson Daka is out of our price range, I ask you this humbly. Who's in our price range?
Well, we're going to have to sell everyone who is on the list of sales. Like there can't be any loan deals now. You've just got to sell everyone, and you've got to sell players probably lower than you actually want. Because here's the thing, and look, we touched on this already. This whole trying to get the most amount for players and stuff, it's all fancy, it's all nice, until you're left with situations like Markovic where you got to just tear up their contract. It's all well and dandy when you got to let players like Lovren go for what, 10, 11 million when you could have let him go the season before for 20. Like, we have to understand that, yeah, you have to think about getting maximum value, but there's got to be a cut-off point as well. For me, you go into every window and look, not even to be bad, my drift, but Origi, for example, we all know Origi is going to be sold this summer, right? Like, if you want 25 mil for Origi, that's fair enough. But you have to have a price that you will settle for, whether it be 18 mil or something. Like, you have to go in there with a price. You can't just be like 25 mil or nothing, because all that's going to happen is you're not going to sell him for 25 mil. We're going to have him next season. He's not going to play. He's going to take up a place in the squad. And then the following summer where we go to sell him, we may only get 12 million for him. So it becomes silly.
If it was up to me, I would give Origi to a club for 15 mil, but I would be a little cheeky and ask for like a 15% sell-on clause in case he does go on to be the player that I think he could be. And if that club sells him, then we get a little bit of money. So there's still a bit of value in it for us. 15 mil with a 15% sell-on. That's what I would do. And I think a club like Wolves or Real Sociedad, you know, like a type of level of a club that I think he'll probably need to go and resurrect his career at, I think that will be very good value for everyone. Do you get what I mean? So you're right. Those are the type of things, because we'll probably only get 8 to 10 mil when he's only got 1 year left on his contract next year. Yeah. What's the point in doing that? Yeah, exactly. And we know Klopp's not going to use him because we had injury worries this year and he didn't. So why is he going to use him next year? I've accepted that. He's got to go and have his career somewhere else. He's got to build himself up at a Lille, maybe. You know, they just won the league, but like I heard, a lot of their players might get poached. Like, go there now while their stock's high. You know what I mean? You know, something like that. Like, he's just got to try and get his career back on track. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Demo Dre, heard we're in for Isak. He looks good, man. We ain't getting him
buyout though.
Yeah, I was just about to say we ain't getting him. We ain't happening. He would be and I hate doing this, but you see him as an alternative to what we have now would be absolutely fantastic. What is he, 6'4" or something like that? Good feet, quick, strong.
He'd be what Origi was meant to be when we bought Origi 5-6 years ago.
He's not as quick as Origi though. He's not as quick as Origi.
Yeah, I know, but you know, like that was what Origi was meant to do: come in, be young, learn his trade, and then maybe become the star player in a few years. That's what he'd be doing. Yeah.
Tony L said, guys, check Twitter news coming out saying Newhouse will be staying at least another year at Gladbach. I beg you lot just put some good news in there, because you lot are trying to break me tonight. It's Friday and you're trying to ruin my weekend already. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. Long distance Liverpool, thank you for your super chat. 9075 Jamrock, shout out to 9075 Jamrock. Edwards blew up the Harry Wilson deal with Burnley when Burnley agreed to pay 12 million, and because Edwards valued him at 15, he tried to do a 3 million add-on. Just confirm, is this recently or was this last season? Wilson's another one though. Wilson's another one we could have sold by now or should have sold by now. We haven't, and his value's depreciating.
You know what though? I do believe that we should get 15 for Wilson because he's worth it. Because he is quite young. I believe that you should actually get his value. I know that we don't want to just hold him for the sake of it, but I don't want Burnley to like pick him up for 8 or 10 mil when we know he's worth more than that, just so we can get rid of him because he's young. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I kind of get why we held out for the right price on Harry Wilson. I do.
Bogdan says the LFC have no money. Echo propaganda is BS. Apparently the Daka deal is a 27 to 30 million pound deal. I'll be honest, we should still be able to afford that. And again, I'm not turning and saying we should be buying that, but when I'm hearing the Echo come out and say we can't afford that if you're talking about the Mbappes of this world and you say you can't afford it, I can live with that. But if you're telling me we can't afford Daka, I can't live with that. I'm sorry. I can't live that, because if Leicester can afford him, why can't we? Genuine question for anyone in the comments: if Leicester City can afford to buy someone of Patson Daka's value, why can we not afford to buy someone of that value? Would make no sense.
You saw their owner and that hugging and everyone being, well, man will get what he needs, bro. They're a family over there.
Boy. Well, Drift, I'm going to open up the lines for the people now. Remember, people, 1 minute 30 seconds. 1 minute 30 seconds, and then me and Drift will answer your questions as well. So the lines are now open, people. So I'm going to start the timer when I bring in the first person. Bear me just a moment.
This goes off about what you told me yesterday, bro, about PSG moving mad.
Hakimi first, PSG. Do you know what? I can live with that. I'm going to be honest. I could, because Hakimi comes to the Prem playing for Chelsea in a 3-4-3 formation could be an absolute madness. So I'm over the moon if he goes to PSG. I'll take that all day.
Definitely want him to go there over Chelsea, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Right, going to bring in the first caller of the evening. Sammy, can you hear us, bro?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yes, we hear you, Sammy, bro.
How you doing, bro?
I good. Yeah, Jeff, thanks for the link, boy.
Yeah, no problem, man. We've been trying to, we keep forgetting to bring you in before, so now big up, man.
Sammy, I hope you're not going to let me down. I hope you're going to... Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was going to tell him, like, Kim Pembe lead the line real good the other day. That France defense, who lead
it? Sammy, let Drifty have it, bro. Let him have it.
Nah, Jeff.
What are you talking about? Me and Sammy are boys. What are you talking about?
The stuff you were saying about Varane.
Yeah, but the questions I wanted to ask, like, for the first one, like, France starts in 11. Who will pick, like, between Dembele and Griezmann? I will personally go with Dembele now. I know Griezmann had the experience, but I think, like, a 4-3-3 with Dembele, that could be a real madness with Mbappe and Griezmann. Mbappe and Benzema now. And the second one, you think Germany should put Kimmich back in midfield? Because they really, I think they're missing some, like, that energy in midfield, and they really have no good right back, so that probably why they're trying to force him in at a right back now.
For me personally, sorry, you had another question. Go on, bro. Go on.
Yeah, and one more. While it's, like, in my opinion, I think that the Premier League has never really had the best players in the world now. I wanted to know why you think the reason that is, like, since I growing up watching football, like, since 2002, so they will have, like, probably a top 5 player. They never really had, like, a Ronaldinho, Zidane, Messi, like, them kind of players now. And if in the future, I think the Premier League will start having the best players.
Fair enough. Well, Sammy, bro, me and Drift are going to chop up these questions now. But always a pleasure, man.
Yeah.
Big up, man.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
All right, brother.
I'm blessed, bro.
All right. Drift, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, so I'll go first. Just remind me of them all again, sorry.
So France is starting 11. Would you go with Griezmann or Dembele? For Germany, would you put Kimmich back in midfield to give that energy? And if so, who would you play at right back? And then why do you think England has never had the best players in playing in the Premier League?
All right, I would keep Kimmich at right back because I feel it's a little bit like the Trent situation. It's better to be able to have another body and he's still on the pitch rather than putting somebody you don't really want at right back to get him in midfield. Although either way, man's a superstar. I don't know if Dembele's trustworthy enough to take Griezmann's place. And no matter how bad his career has been going for Barca, not terrible, but, not like they thought he would. He always turns up for France. So I think I'll keep Griezmann in the team for France. And with the Premier League thing, I think over the years we have, but sometimes I think it gets downplayed a bit. But I know in general we don't. But you know what? I think that's because we don't breed the best. And then we're not really capable of buying them once they're worth a lot of money. But I think Henry was arguably the best. Torres was the best striker, I think, for a year or two. Suarez was the best striker for a year or two. Bergkamp was the best number 10, in my opinion. I think there have been times Van Dijk's the best centre back right now. I think there are times when we do have the best, but I don't think we get the guys coming through our youth system as much, like a Messi and Mbappe.
So for me, I would go with Griezmann. I thought his link-up play was excellent the other day, and Griezmann's quality, man. Like, he might not be a cup of tea, but I think people have to start respecting Griezmann properly now. Like, the guy is a very, very talented footballer, and I think he just links up really well with the whole team. I think he links midfield to attack really well, and he gets important goals for them as well. So I'd keep Griezmann, but Dembele's a weapon whether you start him or you play him off the bench. So I think that would make sense. I would actually play Kimmich in centre midfield at the moment where they haven't got Goretzka available. I think if they have Goretzka, he provides that energy in midfield that I think they could lack sometimes if it's just Toni Kroos and Gundogan. So I would actually go with Kimmich until Goretzka's available. But when Goretzka's available, I'd put Kimmich at right back. And then the reason for not having the best players, I think Barcelona and Real Madrid spending power and their ability to pay higher wages, and then now PSG have joined in that as well. I don't think any clubs can really match them. I mean, Man United pay high money to your likes. Man United spend their money stupidly. So Man United could effectively do it. Chelsea can now and again. I don't think they can do it at the rate that PSG, Barcelona, and Real Madrid have, because there's less competitions in those countries, whereas over here you've got more competition. So I think that's why we struggle to get like your Ronaldinhos and your players like that over here, or even players like Bell, who you lose from the Premier League just as he's coming into his peak years. Same with Suarez. We lost Suarez just as he came into his peak, in my opinion. Same with Ronaldo as well, arguably. Just as he came into his peak, that's when he left the Premier League. So I think at the moment we're a bit of a stepping stone. Well, we were a stepping stone, but I think teams like Real Madrid and Barca, especially with the pandemic, they've struggled, and you're kind of seeing that at the moment.
You know, not obviously we're keeping time limits, but just quickly, like when we think about it, because I get Sammy's point over the course of maybe a 20-30 year period. Now, if you think about right now, I think Kante's the best box-to-box midfielder in the world. Van Dijk's the best centre-back in the world.
Yep.
Salah's the best right winger in the world.
I'd say Ali's the best goalkeeper.
There's definitely an argument that he could be the best. For in my opinion, Thiago and De Bruyne, there's a massive argument whether they're the best technical midfielder in the world.
Trent at right back.
Yeah, I think I think the Premier League at the moment, but a lot of them aren't as glamorous as an Mbappe, so you don't really notice it.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? But
Kane's the best striker.
Kane's the best. Yeah, Lewandowski and Kane is an argument, but you know, you're right. Like, I feel like
Shout out to our brother James as well. But then you have Aguero, who peaked in the Prem, so I think goes both ways. That's a fact. That's a fact. Aguero did.
Yeah, Company when he was at his peak was arguably the best centre back in the world. He was at City. So Yaya Toure, he was the best midfielder in the world when he was at his peak. So I think we do get like
Yaya's a bit of a different. Yaya's a bit of a hybrid, isn't it? Shall I tell you what it is with Yaya? Shall I tell you the problem with Yaya? The problem with Yaya is that Yaya played in the time that he played in the Premier. If Yaya played now, I don't think because you know what we always used to be with Yaya. Oh, but he doesn't defend. He doesn't defend, and I'm like, yeah, he doesn't defend, but look at what he does.
He kind of did defend, though.
Yeah, really. But shall I tell you my problem? I think sometimes we're quick to look at a player's vulnerabilities rather than looking at all the great things they do first and foremost. Like Yaya Toure could beat a man, he could shoot with both feet, good in the air, skillful, quick, strong, could maintain possession, but the first thing people said, oh well, you can't defend, you can't defend. I'm like, who cares? Have you just heard the list of what Yaya can do? I think football was going through that period at the time where everyone was putting an emphasis on defending because Mourinho was having success sort of in and around that time with very defensive teams. Whereas now you see where he is now, that defensive stuff don't work anymore. Whereas I think Yaya would have been really appreciated this day and age.
If Yaya was at Man City now with all the other stuff,
No.
it'd be a joke.
Yeah, but you could say if Gerrard was at Liverpool now, then it would have been a madness. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
all right, gonna bring on our next caller. LFC for days. LFC for days. Can you hear us?
Yo.
How you doing, bro?
What's happening, bro?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, guys, I haven't been on for some time.
I know. I was gonna say I haven't seen that that John Henry picture for a little while. How you been?
I'm being good. Yeah, no. You see, this picture is just relevant. You see, that's why I always keep this picture. It's always relevant. See the news I'm hearing? These guys, look, I mean, I know everyone's feeling on Kabak, but I'm not going to lie to you. I wanted him. It's fine. He's gone.
Yeah.
But look, I'm hearing we're still dilly-dallying on number 9s. What's going on with this club, mate? Like, we got top 4. You got the money. Get us a number 9. Okay, you're not going to get us Mbappe. That's fine for me because I know we have different roles. But we have different roles we need to fill because, guess what? You guys wasted time. 2 seasons. I said it before that we are 2 or 3 years behind where we should be. This year we should have got Mbappe or Harden. We can't do that because we haven't fulfilled the roles we should have a few years ago.
Yeah.
Now we're dilly-dallying. We should have a number 9 here. We don't. If we're not getting a number 9, where's Rafinha? If we can't afford Daka, we can't afford Rafinha. There's no way. Tielemans, that's out of the question. So what are they looking at? Well, they want to tell us that we've got, strikers at home. So what? We're going to bring youth players ahead of their time and throw them up in strike. If that happens, gotta tell you guys, what was the point of getting top 4? That'd be the worst anti-climax for me. It's like we get top 4, and then to throw it in Klopp's face is like, yep, we're not getting anything. We've spent too much on what's his name? This is the new centre back now, Kemetio. No, not Kemetio. Sorry, who's he?
Kanate.
There we go. If they use Kanate as an excuse that, you guys asked for a centre back, we got you a centre back. I'm going to be so livid because what's the point of top 4? If now we're not getting to fulfill the roles. And the thing is, every time we don't fulfill a role, it goes on to another year. So now we are year 2, 3, 4 years behind. So every time we want these big signings like Haaland, we want Mbappe. Well, they can't do that because we still have actually more important roles. See this Adrian thing? I knew Adrian was always getting sold. We were never going to get a backup number 2 because now we're going to have to wait and get a backup number 2. By the time, come next year, we're going to have 5 or 6 important roles. You're not going to see a big signing for, God forbid, for probably 2 more years. And that's just the sad thing. But that's my 2 cents on that. The sooner FSG protest happens.
Just before you go, can I ask you one question? Who do you think we could go for realistically as a number 9?
As a number 9, see, like I've always been a Daka fan, but I'm happy to say that ship's gone. I feel I'm hearing talks of Andre Silva. I personally think we could get Andre Silva, but then if I'm hearing Daka, who out of the options I've heard is the cheapest and what I would class an FSG signing, if that's too much for us, I honestly do not even know. It would have been, if it's not him, it would have been the guy from Villa. But then again, Villa are going to charge you extra because they just got Ollie Watkins.
Yeah.
So honestly, well and truly, I don't know. I feel what's going to happen is they're going to move Jota into the number 9. So that's your new signing for striker. They'll announce Jota as your new striker and we'll be like, oh, yippee, we've got a striker. That's honestly what I see. Because if we can't get Daka, who I think is the cheapest and the best for FSG, I'm out of options, to be honest.
Fair enough. Well, bro, as always, it's a pleasure. Me and Drift going to chop it up now.
No problem.
But no, bless you, bro. And we'll speak soon, man.
Yeah, bless you. See ya.
All right, take it.
Up, bro.
Drift.
I'm an Andre Silva guy. Like, that's the guy I want, bro. I think he's the most all-round player at the price that we can afford.
So, sorry to cut you. So, 975 Jamrock says, Klopp doesn't want a pure 9. He wants someone who can play across the front line. I heard the budget was actually 80 million plus whatever sells. Jamrock, I'm gonna ask you the same thing you'd ask us here. How do you know that it's going to be 80 million? What's your sources, bro? And then also, what makes you think Klopp doesn't want an out-and-out 9? Those are 2 questions I'll throw back to you. Drift. LFC for days said something that could happen realistically. Jota becomes our new number 9.
I'm not against it, bro, if we get 2 wide forwards.
Okay. Which 2 wide forwards do we get?
Rafinha, 100% is one of them. And I would have said Neto, but obviously he's got that knee injury. And we can't have 3 players with the same injury at the beginning of the season. That would be a bit peak. Do you know what, yeah? Shout out to Chris. Hey, Marlon. Since I did the Daily News the other day, I paid a bit. I know we talked about him about 2 months ago when we were kind of loosely linked and whatever. So I paid some attention to him. But since the other day when I did the news show, I paid a bit more attention to him. And then he came on yesterday as well. I think he's got a little something about him that Klopp could really mould well, you know. Marlon reminds me of the type of player that I think Klopp enjoys. It's like, right, I can see the raw talent. I'm going to turn you into what I know you can be using my skills. I think I think he could be a great signing, you know. On top of see if it was Rafinha and Marlon, and then Marlon can just like do his thing without it being the pressure of like he's the only one we bought, and then Jota down the middle. I'd be Rafinha and Marlon and Jota down the middle. I wouldn't be angry at that, because I think if Bobby got rest, I think Bobby bangs. I've told you lot before, and I'll say it again. This whole get Bobby out is ludicrous. I don't know what the whole get Bobby out thing is. Like, that's madness. Move him to 10 or he becomes a squad player. Get rid of him is like, I don't get that.
Yeah.
But you know what? I believe with rest, I believe he bangs, you know, bro. I reckon if he got a couple of months to really just chill out, Jota came in, took a lot of goal scoring responsibility, played up front. Maybe Bobby was just making 10, 20-minute appearances here or there, getting a bit of rest, getting himself back in tune. I think we see a new Bobby again, you know, and I think he'll be back to how he was. I think he's ran into the ground. I do. Like, I've been reflecting a lot on things without emotion and whatnot, especially when we had those couple of weeks without football. And for me, Bobby just needs a break, bro. We've ran that guy into the ground for 5 years. I don't think people actually realize he's been here longer than everybody else. We ran him into the ground for 5 years. He needs a break, bro.
Let me ask you this, Drift. So shout out to Rams. Would you take Schick as a backup instead of Origi?
No. But that's just me being biased to Origi, isn't it?
So you would then?
No, that's just me. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Because I can't look at that without it being through my Origi eyes. You know what? If Origi was able to do a factory reset and
Chris is such a wind-up. Sorry,
go back to normal,
Chris is such a wind-up. he's such a wind-up. Shout out to Chris. I'm going to be doing a show with Chris later this evening, actually, around 10 after the England game. On the LFC day trip.
Does anyone actually get where I'm coming from when I think that if he had a good rest, I think Bobby could actually get back. He'll never be clinical, but he can get back to being that Bobby that he was. I think he can. I think he just needs a long break. A long break. And if that's only a 10, 20 minutes here or there, so he's not just running himself into the ground every week, I think we'll see a new Bobby, you know, I really do.
So 1975 Jamrock says, heard from a credible source in my DMs. I'll leave it at that. You definitely on the FSG board, bro. You let it slip now.
In the DMs, you know.
He said, I'm gonna leave it at that. And yes, Marlon is very high on the list. I don't agree with it. I believe we need a 9. I'm with 1975 Jamrock on that one. Marlon, he looks good. Here's the thing. We keep on saying a player that Klopp can mold. Klopp potentially only has 2 years left at the club.
Oh, well, we'll only take him a year.
Will it?
But that's what I'm saying, Rafinha and Marlon, because Rafinha just comes in and bangs, and Marlon can do his thing without the pressure. Like, if Marlon's the only one we buy, when we get, God forbid, we got an injury or something, it's just like, bro, yeah, you got to go do your thing now, bro. You're this young kid. Who cares? Like, this is Liverpool, bang. You got to go on. Do you get what I mean? But if we got Rafinha and him, and he can just do his thing, and then Jota becomes a number 9, then that means that Marlon can just chill. He can play some cup games. He can learn England, get used to everything. He speaks English already. Do you get what I mean? Bro, I think that would be great if we got Marlon and Rafinha. I think that would be great business.
Bogdan says we should look for starters rather than backups. I agree with that, but it's hard to improve on what we have. I'm not going to lie to you. That one there is tough, especially with the money we're playing with. Question here, Drift. No disrespect. Is Marlon better than Daka?
Yeah. I think in terms of, remember, they're different. One's a wide forward, one's a striker. But I think that playing in the Champions League and playing in the Dutch League is a higher level to make it a little bit more convincing that he is the real deal more than Daka. Plus, he's in the Dutch team and he plays well when he plays for Holland as well. He's not tearing up trees, but he plays well. That means he's showing that he's got the mentality to deal with the pressure as well. Because with Daka, it isn't just about his ability. I'm also a little worried about would he handle the pressure of being in the Premier League and being at a club like Liverpool where the shirt weighs heavy. Because what you got to remember is he don't really perform that well in the Champions League. I don't want to be shady to Daka because he could become. But anytime I watch them in the Champions League, he ain't really done much. That's the level where you're supposed to try and show it's not just in a lower league you can do it. You're doing it at a higher level like Haaland used to, bro.
1975 Jamrock is saying exactly what I'm about to say. Why do we keep getting forwards that score 1 in 5 chances? And then also, shout out to our brother James Redmond TV. Go subscribe to James if you haven't already. I think Origi would score 20 goals in the Austrian league. Let's put it that way. We've been saying that, innit?
Yeah, 100%. Especially if he played for the best team in the Austrian league.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like,
I remember Minamino's, and here's the thing, yeah. When everyone speaks about Daka, they always refer back to Haaland, saying, "Look how well Haaland did, and Daka's got similar numbers." Yeah, but look how well Minamino did, and look what happened when he came to Liverpool. So you can people aren't looking at it both ways, in my opinion. We're going to get the next caller on. Funny enough, it's the person whose chat is on the screen at the moment. So Drifty, Muller had.
This is a great point. That's
we've been saying this about Muller. So Muller had a similar drop off in form like Bobby after Pep left. Once he got dropped and competition came and he massively stepped up. I think you're right. And on that note, Scoop, welcome to the show, bro.
Yo, guys, what's good?
Not too bad, bro. How you doing? Great point there.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I think Drifty's absolutely right. Oh, by the way, don't watch that picture.
You're gonna let a lot of Tottenham fans on your case.
Literally, what happened? Do you remember like a few months ago when me and Drifty had that one-on-one?
Yeah.
I chose that pic, but for some reason it didn't upload in the day, and now it's come up. I don't know why. And like I've seen it, but I was like, oh, do you know what? It'll be like it's kind of funny, so I'll just leave it on. But yeah. That's like no shade or anything, you know. Been there, done that.
We'll take your word for it.
Yeah. All right. Let me know when I'm on the clock. Yeah.
Yeah. Just starting now.
Cool. All right. So I want to make this relative to the Euros, but also to Liverpool.
Go for it, bro.
So I'm going to mention 3 players who have stood out for me so far that we could potentially get, and I guess I want you guys to discuss the one you'd want us to sign the most from those 3.
Go for it. So
the first is Isak. Obviously, you guys have spoken a lot about him already, so I'll just add on that he was the Young Player of the Year in La Liga. Yeah. Number 2, Dumfries. I think he's done brilliantly at right wing back. We need backup for Trent, or not even backup, competition for Trent. And what I like about him is that he's great going forward, but at the same time, he's got different attributes to Trent. He's more physical than technical, and we could actually use that as well. And then last but not least, Locatelli. He puts himself about on the pitch, and he scored 2 goals, which obviously that's what Genie was about. You know, when it was necessary, he could grab goals. So between those 3, who would you want us to sign the most if we could only sign one?
Great question.
I like that.
Question. All right, we're gonna chop that up now, bro.
Cool. All right, take care, guys.
You too, brother.
Yeah, I like that. You know, all 3 of those players, I'm not gonna lie, they would be kind of naughty. Still,
that's a tough one.
You know what? Scoot read my mind. I was watching Holland yesterday. I was thinking, what a great competition for Trent this would actually be. Like I was watching, I was thinking, he's got the pace, he's got the power, he knows how to attack, he's not bad at defending. Do you know what? But then again, he probably would come at a pretty penny. We ain't going to be able to go and get him at no backup money. We're Liverpool, member. We don't really do 20, 30 mil for backups, do we?
One thing I'll ask though, has he really been tested yet, this competition? And I don't want that to come across as disingenuous, because has he been tested yet though?
Not in this competition, he hasn't, no.
So,
but as Scoop said, he's got a lot of attributes that I think Klopp would be able to implement into our system extremely well, though. That would be more, do you get what I mean?
Sorry. I can't pronounce your first name, so I'm going to go Karkaris. Says Dortmund has a buyback clause on Isak for 30 mil. Yeah, he's going back to Dortmund. You have to rate Dortmund, man. Hold
on. Basically, you can only get him then if Haaland don't go.
Yeah.
Because if Haaland goes, they're just going to be like, all right, you're coming back, bro. You're coming back.
This is where, you know what? And we laugh. I'm laughing because I know I'm going to get stick for this, because obviously this is something, if FSG did, I'd fume. You see, if Dortmund sell Haaland for 155 mil and they go and get Isak, and they sell Sancho for, let's say, 80 mil, they replace him with Daniel Marlon, and then they go and add to the rest of their squad, they're going to have a sick squad, you know.
But not even just that. They'll then go and get 100 mil for Isaac in 2 years again. Yeah. And they keep cashing in. That Dortmund model must be annoying as a fan, that your best player keeps going. But as a board and the way they run their thing, they're just like clockwork, boy. They ain't ramping over there, bro.
Yeah.
You know how much they're going to get for Bellingham in about 2 years' time, bro?
Oh, yeah. They'll cash out on that.
But Bellingham coming back to the Prem for 120. Trust me, bro. He's coming back to the Prem for 120, bro. He's 17, bro. Do you know what I was doing when I was 17? Getting drunk in the park, bro. Bro, getting drunk in the park and making the decision on whether I'm going to college tomorrow or not. That was what I was doing at 17 years old. And this man's at the Euros.
Yeah.
Madness, bro.
All right, so who you picking then out of the free drift? Isak, Dumfries, or Locatelli?
I think it'll be Isak based on the fact that we need a number 9. But if you want to be sensible, I think Dumfries would be a great addition to our squad. Really, really would. Yeah,
I'm stuck between those two. Let me put it to you and everyone in the chat as well. If we were to get Dumfries, could we get away with not buying a centre midfielder and using Trent there sometimes?
Ooh. Risky business, that.
Again, and I've been the first to say I don't want to see Trent in centre midfield, but I'm coming to terms with what we're dealing with now as a club. Would you guys be up for it? Not just you, Drift, but everyone in the comments. Would you guys be up for it?
So I know this is going to come across really shady, but it just come to my mind and I don't want to forget. Tottenham, yeah? What are you doing? What are you doing in your managerial? What are you doing?
Yeah, but I'm all I'm saying is we best be careful, because if like back in the day, you used to get like PPI calls and all that. It's gonna be Levy just randomly calling people now, just asking about managerial jobs the way things are going. So guys, just make sure you got that block on request on the phone.
But now I'm hearing they're gonna go for Gattuso.
Yeah.
What is good? You were Fonseca.
No, you went for Conte.
No,
then
that was a
Fonseca.
good move,
but that's what I'm saying. Then Fonseca, then Gattuso. And now I'm hearing Gattuso don't even really want to.
What is do you know what, bro? And then man, they're walking in the door and there's a big sign that actually says, whatever you thought you were going to get, forget it. We ain't that rich. So literally, as soon as they walk in the door, they're like, all right, well, cool. All right. Yeah.
I genuinely want to know what the interview process is, because for people to be walking away from this job the way they're walking away, something must be wrong. Something's got to be wrong. It's just got to be, in it. Got a super chat here. Asen says with Dumfries, we potentially have free right back. So yeah. I think if Dumfries were to come in, then I think Nico would go. Shaka A says Dumfries 188 centimeters. He can play centre back as well. Big up yourself, Shaka. Again, I've not seen enough of him defensively to know what he's like defensively, and I've seen him play a few times for Holland before this competition, and he didn't look convincing. But this tournament so far, he has looked very convincing. Oh, Asen meant Gomez.
You see what Swan's saying? Why they're going for Moyes? I'll
Why?
go one better. We talked about it yesterday, Cal.
Mr.
Why are they
Benitez.
going for Rafa? Hold on, we've got Everton. Yeah, when that breaks, we're going live, so people just know whenever that news breaks, because I don't even know what to think of that. Rafa Benitez, yeah, is as like obvious in a good way as it gets. Yeah. If you're trying to like steady your ship, go look what he did at Newcastle. If you want to talk about steadying ships, yeah, and working on no budget, they're looking at people like Fonseca and Gattuso who are young, unproven failures of managers, so to speak.
Yeah.
Rafa Benitez is right there. What are you doing, Tottenham? I'm not even trying to help you because you're a rival, but what are you doing?
It's common sense, isn't it?
Even Joachim Low is stepping down from Germany after the Euros. Tottenham, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know about Joachim Low, because he's going to be digging out his bum and then sniffing.
Yeah, I know. Bum diggers and ball sniffers on the touchline ain't the one. But you know what? He gets results, Cal. He can sniff his balls as much as he wants if he gets top 4, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Asen says, do you reckon Tottenham will get the Fulham Scott Parker? I don't think Parker would go there.
Jesus. He's a Chelsea boy, isn't it? I don't think he would go there.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? Actually, you know what? On a real, what the hell was he digging his bum out for in the? No, what was he doing, bro?
Yeah, it's just
and what was he planning on doing when the sniff was worse than he was expecting? And did he shake anyone's hand at the end of that game?
Yeah, oh,
like, bro.
Oh, jeez. Peterson says, why is no one talking about Vlahovic? He's a beast. No, we have spoken about Vlahovic on here. I think Vlahovic is good. I think he's good.
James has said, did Parker play for Spurs?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Right, I only remember him being at Charlton and Chelsea. Did he play for Spurs?
No, he played there. He definitely played there. He
okay. Oh yeah, he'll go there then. Yeah,
he actually played well for Spurs. I remember him having a horror tackle with Jimmy Bullard though. Oh, like
I think Scott Parker was actually a talented player.
He was. Chelsea ruined him. He was quality. Even at West Ham, Scott Parker, he was doing bits.
Yeah, he was a good player, man. I liked him.
Yeah, man. Right, going to bring in our next caller. Anton, can you hear us, bro?
Yes, guys. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, you're a little low, Anton.
Yeah, really low.
Can you hear me, guys?
Just about, but it's manageable.
Okay,
I'm not gonna lie, I can't hear you now, bro.
Oh, you.
I have 2 questions for you guys.
Go for it, bro.
My first question is, do you guys think like we should explore options like now that Sergio Ramos is a free agent? Do you guys think we should look at signing Ramos on a free and sell Matip and Phillips, both of them, so that we can use the funds we got from that position on other positions we desperately need? Chelsea did it last year. They went big on forwards and midfielders and got Thiago Silva for free. I think we should do that, especially with our sell to buy policy. And if our centre back options will be Ramos, Virgil, Kanate, and Gomez, I think we have a good mix there. 2 experienced centre backs and 2 young centre backs. That's my first question.
All right.
My second question is, there's been a lot of talk about Niehaus as our Wijnaldum replacement. Do you guys think we need a different type of midfielder? Because Thiago, Fabinho, and Niehaus aren't like fast and athletic enough for a Klopp midfield, especially if you're going to play them as a three together. We only have Henderson that has a pace and power midfielder. So do you guys think we need a midfielder that has a pace and power and does a lot of running like Genie? People might say like Klopp with and so on, but this on team, you'll need to do running your socks off. So midfielder. So what do you guys think?
Anton, 2 great questions, bro. We're gonna chop those up now.
Big up, man.
Thank you, Anton, bro. Drift, do you mind if I go first?
Yeah, do your thing, bro.
All right. So logically, what Anton's saying is very understandable regarding Ramos. But also, I don't want Ramos anywhere near Liverpool Football Club. For a start, we ain't paying his wages. Second of all, I don't think we're getting the Ramos of old. Thirdly, he picks up stupid amount of cards in Spain. He would get stupid amount of cards in the Premier League. And fourth, he's just not the type of player I want to see at the club. Like, I'm all for getting a player with a bit of steel and a bit of aggression. He takes it too far. Not for me. And then regarding Neuhaus and the different types of centre midfielders, I get it. I think everyone's sleeping on Neuhaus's athleticism. Like he's like, all right, so everyone will say Gini's a athletic midfielder, no 2 ways about it. He ran more than Gini last season, pretty much, and he also clocked higher speed than Gini sprinting. So I think again it's how a player looks. And we're probably speaking on the phone when I said this to you, Drift. Kaka didn't look fast. But when you only realize he was fast when someone was trying to catch him and they couldn't. I think some players look a lot faster than others, but I don't think Neuhaus is stiff or he's not athletic or he's not quick. However, if we were to get Neuhaus, I would like us to get another centre midfielder who's more combative, should we say, like a Bissouma, but I don't think we get 2.
No, that's fair enough.
What's your thoughts on both questions, Drift? So Ramos
By the
first.
way, Kaka, the ball gave Kaka powers because he was quicker with the ball than without the ball. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, Kaka's different.
And Joachim Low, did he go front to back or back to front? I'm so confused of what the fuck that guy was doing. All right, Ramos, all due respect, Anton, because obviously I know everyone's allowed their opinion, but for me, I don't want that piece of shit anywhere near my club.
Yeah,
we're not a retirement home.
Yeah, Drifty just said it more raggo than I.
He is done out here. And not only is he done out here and we're not a retirement home, I don't like him anyway. So, no. He needs to go America or something. He's done. Trust me. There's a reason Real Madrid ain't trying to keep him. It wasn't that great in the first place, but now he's old. Where you just set pieces, that's all he's good at. Like, he's done. Fun at you. He'll have about 82 red cards and completely mess us up for being the team we are. In midfield, I don't mind getting somebody different to Gini. By the way, watching Gini be so far player of the tournament is breaking my heart. Absolutely breaking my heart. I don't feel we need to get somebody different to Gini, but if we do get somebody different to Gini, I get the thought process if we're going to change the formation. So I'm cool either way. You see, Mortgage, Basuma, these type of players, I'm all right with these guys being Gini replacements because nobody believed me that Gini was going to be the superstar he was. So I'm going to believe people that are telling me that Mortgage can be that guy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're wrong because I remember people telling me that about Gini. So, you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
If he went back to front, he's a dirty ass. Oh, my God.
All right, going to bring on the next caller. Guys, you've been waiting for it. We've been waiting for it for a long time. It's about to go down. He's here, people. Mr. 9075. Welcome to the show, sir. How you doing?
What is going on, bro?
What's good?
First and foremost, can we get on the board at FSG? Is there any space?
No, I'm not on the board of FSG.
All right, look, I've asked too many things. Fair enough. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, man. Really, really happy to have you on the show, man.
Yeah, I was hoping that there would be a little bit more time in terms of the time slot, minute and a half right now. So maybe another time I'll be able to call.
We'll definitely do this again.
We'll definitely get you one again, bro. 100%, bro.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
Go on then, bro. Let's have it. Let's do this.
I actually have 2 questions. First question is, what do you think of the performance of Michael Edwards over the last 5 years when it comes to selling players and valuing players. Take out the players that he's sold well above what we think they're valued at. So the Solankis, the Brucers, and stuff like that. What do you think of his performance? That's one. And the second question is, I think I've asked before, do you guys believe Klopp has the ability to rebuild the team that he has built? Because as of now, he hasn't sold anyone that he's bought.
Okay.
Well, since
So,
he's
by
been
the
at the
way,
club.
when you said the ability of Edwards, did you say taking away players that he sold for more?
Just the valuation and the sales, not the people that he's brought in, but
Okay.
yeah, he's responsible for both sides.
Yeah, but only
and selling
outgoing.
players.
Okay, no, cool. I get you.
Sorry, the rebuild. You said Klopp's never sold a player that he's bought. Are you talking about just Liverpool, right?
Yeah. I'm just talking about Liverpool.
Is that a stat?
And I'm talking about more of the core players that he's bought, not fringe players.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All
right. Good questions, bro.
Right.
Good questions. But no, you know, bro, just quickly as well. Bless up for being such a big supporter of the channel as well, bro.
Yes.
Obviously, we go back and forth a lot, but we do appreciate all the support as well, bro. So big up yourself, man.
Love is love, man. I like supporting black business, man.
No, I appreciate that.
And besides, you guys have ancestry from the island. I don't know if you get my accent. I'm actually from Kingston.
Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear
it.
Okay.
I know that we definitely, you know what, bro? At the end of the summer, when we do the FSG in and out part 2 after the transfers, we definitely want you on that show, bro. Definitely.
Oh yes, actually, I have a bone to pick with you, Drifty.
I thought a lot of people do, bro.
Yeah, Gini Ronaldo was offered a 4-year contract, £95,000, right after the Champions League. Him along with Salah, Mane, Firmino, Henderson, Gomez, Trent, Andy Robertson, and Origi. Gini turned it down.
I didn't know that.
Gini turned it down because he wanted to start him on. Because remember, Gini wasn't starting at the time. He wanted 100K plus. That got pushed to the last 2 years where he was trying to get another contract, and he wanted it to be 3 years. Liverpool or FSG offered him a 2-year contract at 100K plus, with a 3rd year being a team option. He should have taken it. You know why you should have taken it? Better yourself.
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna have to fact check you, bro. But you know, we'll get back to it. But you
keep
know
on digging. You won't find gold.
But no, bless up, bro. Obviously, we'll stay in contact. And we'll definitely again for the next show, bro. Big up, man.
I just saw that super chat. No,
yeah, I was gonna read out. So until now, I thought Jamrock might have been low-key Cal's burner account where he argues with himself a banner.
All right, guys, easy. All right, man.
No, bless up, bro. Bless up.
Troy M is bugging me. What did you think? I just sit there typing at myself. Oh, that is funny, Troy. I'll give you that one.
Yeah. So, what was the
Jamrock dropped a bomb there.
So Edwards, how do we rate Edwards for outgoings only?
Yeah, and then does Klopp have the ability to rebuild?
Do you want me to go first?
Can I chime in on this one first?
Yeah, go to, bro.
So Edwards' performance of outgoings over the last 5 years, I think has actually been average. And the reason I say that is because we sold a few players for big money, a la your Coutinho's, and this is big money relative to them, not just big money in general. But Solanke was never worth the money we sold him for. Brewster was never worth the money we sold him for. But at the same time, I think we've held on to players for a bit too long, such as Shaqiri, Origi, Karius, Grabara, Shea Ojo. Like the list goes on and on and on. So I think it's been average. But when you weigh up everything, I think it's good. But the only thing is with Edwards, it's the circumstances he's working under, innit? So that's what makes it difficult, because he knows, let's say Klopp says, look, I need this player who's £60 million and he's got to sell 4 players. He's going to try and get 15 mil for each, innit? and because he knows that's what he's got to work with. So again, you got to look at it both ways. But I'd say it's average. And then Klopp rebuild? If Klopp's got the right resources, Klopp can rebuild, in my opinion. But he does have that little bit of too much loyalty to certain players sometimes. And we saw that a lot this season, in my opinion. Go on, Andrew.
Yeah, I agree with the loyalty thing with Klopp. I do, but I get it because I'm somebody who's very, loyal to the people I love or whatever as well. So I do get that. But I think when I saw Lovren go, it kind of made me realize he will do it if he has to, because he loved Lovren and they were close. And I think that was the point. Because do you remember when we was talking and I said to you the way he was giving Lovren love in the change room after the trophy winning, you were like, nah, bro, like he'll get rid of him. And I was like, nah, bro, like, I can't imagine him not wanting him around. And then he went and you were right. And I thought, okay, maybe Klopp does have the ability to do this. So I know he does keep people around a bit much, but I think Lovren going was the proof he can do it if he needs to. So I definitely believe with the right resources, he can get rid of players.
Here's the thing, though. This is where it's tricky with that, though, Drift, because Lovren wanted to go as well.
Yeah, I get that, but Klopp wouldn't have let him go if he didn't want to. And I don't think Lovren would have been angry if he stayed. So I still think they had to get past their friendship to let it happen.
Maybe. True.
And on I think you're being a bit harsh on Edwards, bro, because I feel like he's only being the way he's being, knowing he has to get that P or there's nothing we can do about it.
No, it's true.
You get what I mean? And I don't necessarily think we can blame him for that. He's just trying to maximize what he can. But if you look at what he has done, he gets top dollar for players we shouldn't get top dollar for.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But he also allows us to hold on to players for a long time as well. Like Shea or Joe should have been.
Because he knows, like, I've got this asset here, and if I need to give Klopp such and such, I can't let this guy go for less because FSG ain't gonna do nothing else. And then I'm messing up Klopp's future plans by not getting what I need to for this guy. So it kind of does work both ways for him. So I'd probably give him a good 7 out of 10 for sales still. I still think he's very good, bro, with the outcome.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair. Maybe I am being harsh because I need to see some players off the books.
Some of the guys we've gotten rid of, bro.
Still have
the money we've gotten rid of them, man.
Still have got
Adrian. That was it, but I don't know how Edwards does it, bro. Like, I don't know how he does it.
Still have got Adrian, though. I'll just throw that out there.
Yeah, but again, that's being lazy more than I don't even know.
Yeah, that brings it down from a 7.
Down by 2 points, yeah.
For me, it does, yeah. 975 Jamrock says Edwards let 12 million go down the drain because he wanted 3 million more. He's too wedded to his model. Too much science, not enough art. Oof. You say you're gonna sack him, yeah?
But then again, bro, it's like I'm saying, though, because if he knows that he's got to get that money or they can't do what Klopp needs to do, then I guess he's stuck between a rock and a hard place a little bit. But I do get it. I guess 3 mil isn't really that big of a deal. That I guess you kind of cutting off your nose to spite your face. As we said, I'd take 15 for Origi instead of 20 if it means at least he goes. And so yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult.
Very true. All right, next caller, Ruddy.
What's up, guys?
How you doing, bro?
Good.
Is it Dave?
You know why?
What?
This is another day,
time?
Right?
Yeah. You know why I'm good? Because I see Pat Sandaka to Leicester. Oh my God! Come on, man. I hope we get another 9 because we are fucked. I'm up. Can I throw you 3 names of 9s and you can pick 1 to buy?
Yeah, go for it.
Alexander Isaac, Donnell Malen, and Dusan Vlahovic. Who you picking? Second question is, do you think Trent can become the GOAT of his position? I mean, not in the Premier League ever, because this man is different, Matt is saying different. Come on, man. Even if he improves his defending, I can see it, he is consistent, everything he has. And the third question is, I don't know, do you know Stoichkov and
Yeah.
Barbatov? They are two Bulgarian players.
Yeah.
What do you think of them, and who do you think is better? That's my question, guys.
Which Stoichkov and who? Sorry, bro.
Barbatov.
Oh. Okay.
I can give you that. I can give you that answer now.
Yeah, I can give you that answer right now.
Berber
Yeah,
for me.
It's obvious Stoichkov because he has won the Ballon d'Or, but man, this Berbatov with his touch, come on, man.
I think it's Berber for me.
Oh, you're going Berber?
Oh.
Yeah, no, I am. I was such a big fan of Berbatov. So I'll be honest.
Good.
You know what? Berbatov has possibly the best touch I've ever seen in football ever. We've discussed this before. His touch was disgusting. Like I don't know how you can be that good at controlling the football at any pace, any height. Like Berbatov was different. But I'm not even gonna lie. Even though I was really, really young, I still have memories of Stoichkov versus Hadji and that like battle of who's the greatest and like the Barcelona thing. And I'm not gonna lie, Stoichkov has got to be the biggest legend for Bulgaria. He has to be. Stoichkov was different gravy, bro.
To be honest, he is the biggest legend, you know.
Yeah, he's different gravy. Like Stoichkov to Bulgaria is like Cruyff to the Dutch, or like he's different. You get what I mean? Like he's got to be Stoichkov. But Berbatov's touch was disgusting. Like I don't know how you could control the ball so easily.
You know, I love these elegant players like Berbatov. They are, I don't know, like Bergkamp, Berbatov, Zidane. They have elegance in their play and they are so good, you know.
Yeah, there's a nonchalant that Berbatov used to play football with, where he just knew he was better than others. And he just like, look, it doesn't really matter what you do. I'm just gonna do what I do, and I'll still win. I'm just like he used to walk through matches and score 15, 20 goals a season. It was crazy. It's like,
he's not running, you know. They call him lazy, but it's his type of play. Yeah. Thank you for
thank you, bro. Thanks for your support, man, and thanks for making your debut.
No problem, guys. Big up.
Big up to yourself, brother.
Big up, bro. I just went down memory lane for a sec with that Stoichkov. Stoichkov was different.
It's a problem.
Different, bro. Hey, Stoichkov. Any of the youngers who don't know about Stoichkov, go and watch some Stoichkov, bro. He was different.
G man, look, I've repented for this. You can't keep on holding this against me, man. I've apologized to everyone many times. Please, I made a mistake.
He's done his time now, you know. He's done his time.
I've done my time, man.
He's a new man now.
I've done my time. I'm sorry. Couple super chats before we answer those questions from Rudy. I don't know, Cal. Until today, there was always a suspicion allergy off camera break when Jamrock came with his smoking.
Well, I said you're faking hate people,
and then 1975 Jamrock says Edwards is responsible for the strategic direction of the football club from a footballing perspective. He has a lot more leeway to make decisions than you think. Oh, it was 1975 Jamrock. We need to get you on for a proper show, man. We need to get you on for.
We spoke about Koeman at the beginning, bro.
Yes, we did.
We did touch on Koeman at the beginning, bro.
We did. So what we're going to ask you, Pete, is to stay here for the rest of the show, smash the like button along with everyone else, and then rewatch the beginning.
Yeah, and then rewind back to the beginning.
But everyone, smash the like button, please. All right. So Isak, Marlon, or Vlahovic, if you had to choose one, Drift.
If I was going off of which one I've seen the most of, it will be Marlon. So I have to be honest, he's the one I've seen the most of. And I'll probably say he's the one I think might have the most potential.
Okay. I think as a number 9, I'd go Isak. As an overall player, I'd probably go Marlon.
Okay, that makes sense.
Do you think Trent could become the best right back of all time?
I think he could possibly already be. No, I'm joking.
I was thinking, oh no.
All right. If I'm just gonna briefly go off the dome of my generation and not get too caught up in it, you got Lilian Thuram, you got Javier Zanetti. You got Cafu.
Thuram is one of the best right backs.
Yeah. I think Lilian Thuram will go. I think he's in the conversation.
Wasn't he centre back? I know he played right back.
Sorry?
I know he played right back for France, but when you
say I mean, I know he plays centre back as well, but Lilian Thuram was just sensational all round. And I've got to include Lilian Thuram if I'm thinking about right backs. I have to. Lahm, Thuram, Zanetti, Cafu,
Dani Alves.
Am I missing anyone?
I don't think so.
Of our generation. I think Trent is better than those attacking wise. But if we're talking about overall, then obviously I don't think you can talk to many of them. So I think being only that he's 22, 23 years old, though, he's still got a whole career left of him to be able to talk to those guys. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's interesting. For me, I think the best right back of all time is Javier Zanetti. If Trent even gets near Javier Zanetti over the course of his whole career, we're absolutely laughing our asses off at them.
Yeah, we are.
Absolutely laughing our asses off.
For me, it's Dani Alves. But
you put Alves over Zanetti, yeah?
Yeah. I'll be honest, you're probably not gonna lie me. I've got Lahm over Zanetti as well.
I know there probably are people that do, but I've
got Cafu over him as well.
I think Zanetti had the best blend of attack and defense, though. That's why for me he's the best. I think there are people who are better than him at one or the other. Like, I think Lahm defended better than him. I think Cafu attacked better than him, as an example. But as a blend, I think Zanetti had the best of both in more balance. That's why for me Zanetti was the best.
Shout out to Bajan Pops, Carlos Alberto. Problem.
I put it like this: Zanetti played till he was 40 years old, and Thierry Henry once in the Champions League games, the only man who ever ripped him. That's a long career to get ripped once by a goal. You get what I'm saying? So
I hear that. I don't know if Trent can become the GOAT. It's going to be difficult. It probably depends on what we do in the future, whether it becomes. Because you have to understand, like, especially like Alves and Lahm, they played in very successful teams for club and country. So that's what sways it. I'm going to bring the next caller. Glenford doesn't make the list, unfortunately, for me. I'll be honest. If Glenn didn't get the injury against Aston Villa, if Glenn didn't get the injury at Aston Villa back in his first season, I think Glenn could have really gone on to be a special right back for us.
I think he was underrated.
Yeah, he was. A lovely familiar face now, Mr. Jamie Phillips, Mr. Morecambe.
Mr. Drop Bombs on him.
Mr. Morecambe himself. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, not too bad. How you got?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah,
bro.
doing all right, bro.
Good. I was just saying on the right back situation, don't forget Phil Neal.
Yes.
Won 4 European Cups.
Yes.
Legend.
Shout.
Anyway, so what I was going to say today is the other day I said I don't think we need a number 9.
Yeah.
Drop that. The reason is our front three score a lot of goals as it is, but our midfield don't. Yeah. I want a goal scoring midfielder more than a number 9. Someone who can break into the box. Someone who can get 10 goals, 8 to 10 goals from midfield.
Yeah.
To add on to them numbers would help a lot. And I'd get Aaron Ramsey.
Oh.
Okay.
I've watched him for Wales this week. He's still a good player. Can get into that box. Can get onto the
injury prone, isn't it, bro?
Yeah, but there ain't many like him, and I think he's a free.
I don't think he's a free, but it's low. It's a low.
Yeah,
amount.
It's basically free. The amount of money is that, but it's not hardly anything. I just think if he can come and stay fit, he would be an asset, a big asset, especially coming off the bench. I don't think he'd be a starter, but coming off the bench in games when you need someone who can break into the box. Yeah. But wages might be the problem with him, obviously, goalkeepers.
Could you not argue that Ox could do that job, or Firmino if he moved back into a 10?
I wouldn't move Firmino out of 9.
Oh,
but the problem with getting a number 9, a proper number 9, I think it limits Mane and Salah. Because Mane and Salah run directly into them channels where a number 9 would be. And I think, that would, so you'd have to change the whole team around, the whole formation, the whole system to play a number 9, the way Klopp likes to play it with what we've got. So that's my reason for not wanting a number 9. And I'm now FSG out.
What's changed in the
What's changed is I went back on the programme and watched it, and reading people's comments and everyone, and going and what people were saying on the out. I'm coming to agree with them actually. I looked back because what it is, I was in the moment, so I'm looking at it in the moment. The last 2-3 years have been special, so we live in the moment, don't we, as humans? We always have done. But when I look back on it, I'm thinking, you know what? If Klopp is the reason where we are, Klopp could manage a non-league team. Klopp could manage a non-league team and get into the Premiership. I don't think it matters what you give Klopp. He's just special, isn't it? And I've come to the thing now, FSG. I just don't see us buying anyone else's transfer window. I really don't. I've got this funny feeling tonight is it, and that's going to annoy me.
I'm still FSG out, but I think we will buy at least one other player this summer. Or I'm hoping anyway.
That's it. I mean, we shouldn't be hoping. This is the thing. This is where I've come to thinking we are Liverpool at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And, you know, world football, you see all the teams in world football, top 5 teams in world football, Liverpool's in there. Yeah. And we shouldn't be didding around for £12 million players here and there and trying to make them special.
Yeah. And
that's, so I've turned on that. But the number 9 thing, I really think in Klopp's system, the way he likes to play, our front three do score a lot of goals. It's only usually Man City who score more than us in a season.
Yeah.
The way it has been, the way our front three play. I just want more midfield goals. So if Ox can keep his fitness, he's going to get goals. So, that's me.
Fair enough, bro. We're gonna chop that up now.
We'll chop that up now, bro. Big up, though, man. And obviously, we'll have to put you on the other side now.
Yeah. You're making it hard for us to put a panel together, Jamie, bro.
Watch though, we'll have an excellent summer now and buy quality players, and I'll be in again.
So. Big up, though, bro. Man. We'll chop that up now, bro.
Take it easy, bro.
Thank you.
Big up, bro.
All right. Jamie made some good points there. I got to be honest. As always, Jamie's one of like the best on here when it comes to state and stuff. Would it hinder Mane and Salah if we did get an out and out 9?
They do occupy the space in the middle, especially Mo. I remember one time when I was saying to you guys, I watched one of the games really closely, and I noticed that Bobby is intelligent enough that he kept looking, noticing that Mo was making the run in.
So Jamie Phillips is the perfect name, combining Carragher and Naldini into the ultimate centre back.
I remember I was watching the game and Firmino kept looking over his shoulder, and he would notice that Mo was running into the central area, so he would more go wide than he would more go into the ball, because he knew, because he's intelligent, he knew what's to put us both occupying the same space. So I think Mo and Mane do occupy a lot of that middle ground why Firmino drops in to just not be stupid and have 2 guys in the same place for no reason. That could maybe, but I think Mane and Mo are also intelligent enough that if they knew that the guy was a goal hanger, so to speak, they wouldn't just run in there because there'll be no need for them to run in there. So I think they go hand in hand. I think an intelligent footballer learns from another intelligent footballer and you work things out. Might take you a couple of weeks, might take you a couple of months, but you'd work it out. Do you get what I mean? And if you get an out-and-out number 9 like a Harry Kane or a Lewandowski, they can still do the drop in deep and get you goals.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? It depends what type of number 9. If you get I can only goal hang number 9, then yeah, it could cause problems. You get yourself an intelligent forward like a Kane, it won't be a problem at all. Do you get what I mean? So I think it depends which way you look at it, really.
1975 Jamrock says, "I'll be your Huckleberry for the FSG in." I actually think us getting a number 9 would mean Salah and Mane actually get more goals. And the reason I say that is because right now Bobby doesn't really occupy the centre backs. So as things stand, it's usually 2 players marking Mane and Salah. So it's usually the left side centre back and the left back marking Salah, and the right side centre back and the right back marking Mane, because they kind of know that for me. And let's be honest, Firmino is usually the spare man. He gets into positions, but he misses a lot of the time. So I actually think that buying a number 9 would take pressure off them, because that number 9, like let's say for example, it was not even a Haaland, but if it was Isak, for example, he's occupying at least 1 centre back for the whole game. Like you can't just leave him alone. So that frees up one of the positions for Mane or Salah. You free up one of, let's say Mane, if Mane is 1-on-1 with someone, I'm not talking about last season Mane, I'm talking about the Mane that we know and love. I back Mane 9 out of 10 times. And same with Salah, because Salah doesn't even necessarily need to beat his man or go around him. Salah can shift it and slot it. But a lot of the time, they're confronted with 2 or 3 players marking them. So I think buying a number 9 actually helps them score more goals. And it takes the pressure off them. Remember, they're not natural goal scorers. So them scoring goals isn't what comes natural to them. So by them losing the pressure, it's why I want Bobby to move into a 10. Because I actually think Bobby gets more goals from the 10 than he would from a 9. Because there's no pressure on him and he can arrive when he wants. Like he gets to do what he wants. He's not having to follow an instruction in it, which is what a 10 effectively is. So, but again, I understand why people say that, because of what we've seen from Mane and Salah. They occupy the spaces of a number 9. So you think they all step on each other's toes. Be interesting.
Yeah,
but it'd be a nice problem to have. Be a nice problem to have.
Yeah, of course. All
right, gotta get our next caller in. Jamal, can you hear us, bro?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, bro.
Right.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you guys good?
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. We're good, man.
Yeah, so I just have 2 simple questions this time. First one is, I'm doing a lot of searching, guys, and I think we are gonna sign 2 more players, and I feel it's gonna be Merlin, and I think it's gonna be Newhouse or Newhouse, or however you pronounce his name. That
Mortgage,
guy.
bro. We're just calling him Mortgage, bro.
So out of 10, I want you to rate that window. So obviously Konate, Mortgage, and Marlon. And the next question is 16-17. You remember that kit, guys?
Yes, the one with the crew neck with a sort of a bit of a gold trim.
Yeah. Who is the first player you think of in that kit? I want you to answer that 17-18 and also 14-15.
14.
Hold on, guys. Remind me what the 16-17 kit was again.
It was. Let me see if I can find a picture of it.
I think
the writing was kind of ghoulish.
Yeah, it's a really nice kit. It's one of the kits
Mane first season. Mane first season. I think it was
Mane first season. Okay,
yeah,
I remember that kit.
They had some nice kits that year.
Yeah, I remember that kit. Yeah.
Do you remember it, Drift, or do you want a picture?
I mean, a picture would be great for everyone, but I do remember.
Yeah. And then 14-15, you remember that kit, guys?
Yeah. That was the Last Warrior kit.
Balotelli's first season, that was, right?
Yeah. That was the one with it had white trim around the collar.
Yeah. I do remember that one.
Yeah, and the last one. So I give you guys 3. I give you guys that one, and let's this season. Last season's kit. Why not? Last season kit.
So what, 1920, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, or 2020, 2021, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my 2 questions, guys.
Cool.
Yeah,
nice one, bro.
Big up, bro.
Big up as always, yeah, man. And guys, please like. They're the best Liverpool channel on YouTube. So guys, please like and subscribe, man. They're the best.
Bless you, bro.
Bless you, bro. Bless, man.
All right. Do you mind if I go first, Drift?
Yeah, do your thing, bro.
All right. If we get Kanate, Marlon, and Newhouse out of a window out of 10, I'll be honest. Me personally, I'm giving that a 6.
I give it a 6.75.
And then, all right. So player from each season. So 16-17, the first person I think of is Genie.
Okay, fair enough.
For 14-15, the first person I think of is Lambert. No, that was it was a bad season all round, that one. So and for 2021, the person is Thiago.
Hey, don't know. By the way, Mortgage and Marlin sounds like an actual investment company, isn't it? That's great.
Get your that Marlon mortgage, baby.
Who you with? Yeah, I'm with Marlon and Mortgage still.
So just shout out to Dave's LFC chats as well. Go and subscribe to Dave if you haven't already. Big up, Dave.
Yeah, big up, Dave, bro. No, I agree with you 100%. Thiago, last season's kids, Thiago, all day, drippy. Come on, Thiago, man. I just still remember him with the shirt sleeves rolled up. Hey, on the private jet flying in. Hey, the source is different on all angles. I wonder if his wife knows how lucky she is.
I reckon she does still.
I hope so. Then you've got it's got to be Sadio. It's got to be Sadio.
It was for me. It was between Sadio and
yeah. I get why you're saying Genie, but what kit reminds me more of Genie is when he banged in the winner against Middlesbrough, bro. That's more the kit that reminds me of Genie.
The same kit.
No, it ain't.
Oh no, you're right. It's not. They were 17-18 on the last day of that season.
Yeah. I was good. No, Cal's memory's better.
No, you're right.
Yeah. Because was wearing thingy. Remember in the last game. Yeah.
See, so that kit's always Salah for me. That kit's always Salah.
Oh yeah. That's undeniable.
Yeah,
that's undeniable.
That's that Salah kit.
Although to be fair, Coutinho's close to being the one for the 16-17. Even though I give it to Mane. Remember, Coutinho dragged us through when Mane got the injury as well. So a lot of that season is still Coutinho for me. But it's just the piggyback. It's the piggyback, bro. He duppied Arsenal. Debut goal. There isn't many better debut goals you're ever going to score, by the way. That goal was sensational. No. As far as debut goals go, that was sensational. And then it's the piggyback, bro. I remember afterwards, Klopp was like, "Yeah, I've never been that carried away when I know there's still quite a lot of game left." But he couldn't help it because his boy was there. He tried to get Mane when he was at Dortmund. He was over the moon that he finally got him, and he was like, "Let's go for a ride, bro." Like it is what it is. And it's got to be Balotelli for the 14-15 kit, just because I think I'm the only one, but I like Balotelli, so. It's straight up going to be Balotelli. It probably would have been Sturridge if he hadn't been injury-free in the bang.
Yeah.
But obviously, and I still preach that partnership could have done well for us if they'd have got to play together. But it is what it is.
That's fair enough. All right, people. Last call of the evening. Cows now. I'm just gonna start calling you Bob. You sound like you're in a house rave, bro.
Said that my mic sounds like a house rave, you know. I find that offensive, man.
At first, when you first came in, I thought it was Kit from Knight Rider. It sounded like woo, 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 woo. I was like, oh shit.
Has it gone better now? Has it gone better?
Yeah, good now.
Do you know, I was watching, what's it called? Good man. Do you know, last week I was looking back at what I was talking about, and then I looked at the chat. People were just saying that my mic is my anthem in it, so just keep it the same. You know what I'm trying to say? My anthem.
Please don't, bro, because it messes up our headphones, bro.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, bro.
I what you are saying, man. Just before we start, what's it called? I need to pull you up on something, Kal. What happened, bro? What happened? Did you forget?
Oh,
The thing
epic.
on-
No, no,
yeah,
no, 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 no. I
come
haven't
on.
forgotten. No. Hear me out.
Come
I
on,
haven't forgotten.
G. You didn't even message me, you know. You said you're gonna keep me posted, and I haven't even chatted to you for like 16.
No. Look, if I'm gonna be honest, to pull in the curtain back, it was Drift who organised a lot of the panelists for the FSG and FSG out. Like my work week for the last couple of weeks has been manic. Like just like it's just been mad. So apologies to anyone who DM me and stuff like that. But no, remember we're doing a part 2, so
Yeah, no, that's why I just kept quiet. You know what I'm trying to say? just like you're keeping quiet on the FSG, I'm keeping quiet on YouTube. Kind of, we'll see what happens, innit? See what happens. Man. And listen, what's it called? I'll start my time. What's it called? I was watching that FSG In and Out show. By the way, big up to everybody that big up to everybody that watched and big up to everybody that liked and subscribed, and big up to everybody that actually showed up. When I was watching that show, there was a lot of stuff that was said that I didn't agree with, especially from the FSG In, because I'm the biggest FSG out you'll ever find. But the one thing was that Jamie Phillips, shout out to Jamie, you joined the right team, bro. Joined the right team, by the way. There was one thing that was said that he said FSG care about Liverpool. How do they care about us? When he says they care about Liverpool, that triggered me, man. I'm not gonna lie. That triggered me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, because you can't tell me one moment they've ever cared about us. When have they ever cared about Liverpool? That's just my question. Because when have they cared about Liverpool? Was they go on? Sorry.
No, I was gonna say obviously I can't speak for Jamie, but I guess I can try and give you 1 or 2 moments once we get to it.
Okay,
But
go on.
I do
Go
get
on.
where you're coming from, though.
Say the 1 and 2 moments then.
They're not big,
you know what I'm trying to say?
No, they're not big moments, bro. But if we're being honest, our owners do show up to games that are important, and a lot of the other owners don't. And again, I'm not saying it's big things, but we would be livid if they didn't. So we still have to slightly give credit if they do. As an example.
My rebuttal. Here's my rebuttal. Were they there for the 2016 Europa League final?
If I'm being honest with you, that's probably the only final I don't know if they were there. But if we'd have won,
they weren't there.
Then they would have. Then we would have obviously had loads of trophy stuff and made. I don't know if they were there. Honestly, I don't know.
They weren't there.
They were not there. They were not there for a European final. That's. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Definitely factual as well. They definitely.
Yes, they were not. They were not there. They were not there. Were they there? Were they there for the Carabao Cup final in 2016 too?
I mean,
no, they weren't.
No.
But at least they were there for both Champions League finals, though, right?
Oh, come on, bro. Jifty, come on, man.
No, but what I'm saying
League. Who's not going to go?
Give a little bit of credit still for the fact that they cared enough to still come.
They're not paying for their tickets, bro. They're not paying for the tickets, you know. What? Come on, Drifty, man. You can't say that. You can't say that.
Let me ask you a question then, bro, just quickly. And I'm not even trying to, I'm doing a cow. I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm not even trying to defend them. But if you went to some mad event that your wife invited you to, right, that you did not want to go to at all, but you're doing it out of the love you have for her, you still deserve credit for going, right? You did not want to go, but you still went. You don't deserve any credit for that, no?
Zero.
You don't? Oh, okay, fair enough. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm getting dragged to events, I want credit for that. I'm sorry, I want credit.
I'll be honest. Depends on the incentive, man.
Yeah.
No, there is no incentive other than you're not gonna get a headache.
Okay, then no, you don't deserve no reward. Then you don't deserve no reward. Then if there's no incentive, you don't deserve a reward.
I'll be honest. If there's no incentive and you go, I think that you deserve more of a reward. If I'm coming home to an incentive after going to an event I don't like, I'm not doing it for the love. I'm doing it for the incentive.
Well, the incentive is to just not get shouted at, isn't it?
That's not incentive, but that should be life.
That should be life, bro. Come on, you're coming up with some wild stuff today, you know.
No, because you know, if your wife's inviting you to a party and all her friends are there, you don't get on with her friends' husbands. Like it's all mad. You know, you're gonna be kind of bored there, whatever. You're going out of the love of your wife, and so that she doesn't shout at you, right? There's no incentive. You're just doing it to make her happy.
No.
You're making yourself unhappy for the evening to make your wife happy for the evening. There's no incentive. There's no incentive there.
No.
Okay, if you're saying like that, then there is a reward. There is reward, of course. Bloody hell, Drifty, man. I feel sorry for you. Let me shout at you something, G. That's what I'm thinking right now.
I'm saying, even if they didn't want to be there, they showed up. So I'm just saying, like, you know.
No, but then okay, on a real though, Drift, I can show you hundreds and hundreds of times they didn't care. I don't even have to bring up the Super League. I don't even have to bring up the thing. Let's talk about what's it called. There's so what were they about to do to Kenny Dalglish? Were they about to sack him on live TV? Is that showing that you care about the club? Is that showing that you care about the legends of our club, the greatest Scottish players ever played for the club?
They would have had to leave the next day if they'd done that. That would have been peak.
Okay, do you think they cared about when they what's it called, when they employed a racist guy that what's it called, he abused a Muslim family in 2013? That I forgot, I don't know his name, but there was the head of before Michael Edwards. There was a guy, I forgot his name. He was a Chinaman, but don't want to say his name. I don't want to be disrespectful. But he was let go.
I've never even heard this story.
Yeah, I didn't.
I should tell you the story. Yeah. You never heard the story before?
No,
I've never heard that story.
I'll tell you what happened. Basically, there was this guy. What's it called? He was the head of FSG. He was like basically the Michael Edwards for us before Michael Edwards came. And then he abused this Muslim family. And then this Muslim family was what's it called? They were angry, and then on all of that. So then FSG, of course, they had to fire him because they were not gonna allow him to be employed. But this was the part that peed me off the most. After they sacked him, they said that he's leaving for family reasons. They didn't even have the decency to say that they sacked him for that reason, and they didn't even what's it called, apologize to that family. Does that show that you care?
I mean, that is out of order. I can't.
Yeah, I never even knew about this story.
But yeah,
so
this is
2013. That's 2013. So there's a lot of times FSG don't care about it. Did they care when they did the Liverpool thing? They tried to what's it called, trademark Liverpool. They didn't care then. They just don't care. I'll ask you guys a question. When we beat Barcelona 4-0, could you guys sleep for a good reason on that night? Could you guys sleep?
I was buzzing.
No, there was way too much adrenaline running through my.
Yeah, when you guys beat Istanbul, when you guys beat AC Milan in Istanbul, could you guys sleep?
No, I nearly died that night, to be honest.
Yeah, okay, and then I'll flip it on a reverse. When we got absolutely pumped by Real Madrid 3-1 in the Kiev in 2018, could you guys sleep?
No.
Yeah, I took some sleeping tablets that night still.
Oh, but most of us couldn't sleep. When we got
I couldn't sleep that night. I was wrecked.
Because that's us. We're fans of the club. Whether we lose, win or draw, we will always support this club. Now let me ask you guys a question. When we got pumped 3-1 by Ukraine, what do you think John W. Henry was doing?
We might not be able to say on camera.
He doesn't. Do you guys think that he didn't sleep? Do you guys think that he slept well that night? Just a guess. If nothing else happened to him, he was all right. Do you think this is what I mean? They're not fans of the club. If you could ask them right now 5 questions about the club, when was Liverpool? Who's the Liverpool? Who founded Liverpool Football Club? Why did Liverpool Football Club come to be around? Who has the most appearances for Liverpool? All of these questions. Who started in the 2005 Champions League final? They don't know, man. That's my problem. They don't care about this club. And then when people say, "Oh, they're owners of the club, they don't have to be supporters." Let me ask you a question, Cal. If you always talk about Morley's in my guy. If you went to take over Morley's, would you take over without not knowing everything about them?
To be honest, if I took over Morley's, I'd take Morley's to the top still.
No, but then would you not dedicate a time to learn about the history, everything?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So why do FSG not do that for us?
Because they don't need to.
Why do they not need to?
Because in their minds they don't. To us as fans, remember, we're always going to see it different. To them, they can grow to like us more, but we'll always love the club more than they like us.
No, but then Roman Abramovich. My problem with that is, look at Roman Abramovich. He probably loves the club more than some Chelsea fans do.
No,
because he's a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, Roman's different. So look, this is why I keep on saying Roman, the Leicester City owners, Man City owners to an extent. Yes, I think those are the ones, man.
I'm not gonna lie, Jammer versus Neto is going to be peak. It's going to be.
Hey, Jamrock, my guy. Listen, with all due respect, if you come to that debate and you're FSG out, if FSG in, get ready to hold the smoke, my G.
I'm not even gonna lie. We might have to make that one box office, Carl.
Yeah, that might.
Man
be
might have to go Eddie Hearn on that one. I'm not even gonna lie.
That one might be behind the paywall.
Yeah.
But Cal's no army. No, we're gonna quickly speak on what you said.
Yeah, that's the question about FSG. Yeah. Do you think they actually care about this club? And trust me, I'm watching, guys. If I see a yes, you know what I'm trying to say. I may have to come back into the stream. You know what I'm trying to say. Bless up, man.
Bless you as always, bro. Thank you, man.
Yeah, bro. Nah,
man. Easy, bro.
Yeah, man.
I mean, as I just said, like, I feel like, again, I'm playing devil's advocate because obviously I know they don't care the way we want them to care, and they don't show the love the way they should do. But I don't want to be disingenuous to some of the things that they do well, though. I'm still a fair human being, and I like to look at things as openly as I can. And seeing JW Henry and Linda with the Champions League behind them on a private jet, and it's the same jet that all the players are on, I like that. I did like that. It doesn't matter why they're there. I liked it. Our owners are there. There's loads of people's owners that don't do that. Do you get what I mean? Like, I have to. I don't even want to make it out like I'm giving them praise for something they should do.
Which owners who have won the Champions League aren't there?
I didn't see the Glazers there when Man United won the Champions League.
Were they there when Man United won the Champions League?
But the last time they won it in 2000,
or was it
2011? Was it 2011?
No, 2009 was the last time they won it.
Was that like Glazers were in charge of them at that point? Yeah,
I don't know.
No. Yeah, Glazers were in charge of Man United. They've been there for about 15 years now, haven't they?
I genuinely don't know.
Yeah, Glazers have been at Man United for time. And even if it wasn't the Glazers, even if it was the people before, they weren't there. I mean, we know Abramovich loves Chelsea more than anything, but I didn't even see Abramovich at the final. Was Abramovich there? I didn't see him.
What, the most recent one?
Yeah.
Yeah, if he wasn't, it was because he wasn't allowed to be there, not because of not wanting to be there.
Oh, I don't remember ever seeing him at all with the trophy. Any pictures? No, I don't know. And obviously, I know Abramovich loves Chelsea, but I don't remember ever seeing pictures with Abramovich and the trophy or anything. So I don't know if he was there. That when Arsenal win the Europa League final, their owners weren't there. I know they lost in the end, but their owners weren't there.
But ours weren't at the Europa League. They were. At
the Glazers weren't in Portugal the other day when Man United were the favourites to win the Europa League the other day. The owners weren't there.
That's probably a safety thing, though, to be fair, bro.
No, but bro, do you get what I mean? So I'm just saying, sometimes you've got to give a bit of credit. Our owners came, wanted to be there, and there are other big games. I've seen them be at other big games as well. It's not just those.
But just because the Glazers are a bad example, does that are we not just comparing them to the worst of the worst rather than just looking at what they do for us?
I mean, I think it's a direct comparison because they're another club who are elite. They're another club that has the historical, thing like we do. They're another club whose owners tried to do a Super League. So I think it's a fair comparison. You get what I mean? Yeah. Arsenal's owners, they're the third most successful English team of all time. They were also part of the Super League. So I think it's a fair comparison to you know what I mean? Bro, what my ideal scenario was. Bro.
Apparently they were in the director's box.
Who, Man United?
Apparently.
Oh, is it? Okay, I'll have to fact check that, but fair enough. But I'm just saying, I like the fact that they got on the same jet as the players. They're around. And I do hear conversations with like Henderson and some others where they say, yeah, I spoke to Jay Henry. We speak quite regularly, I'm like, I don't know if other clubs would ever say that. Like, I don't think the Glazers or Kroenke ever speak to flipping Xhaka or do you get what I mean? I don't know. I'm just saying, give a bit of credit to a degree where you can. Don't just always take back. And I'm on FSG's back, so I'm not trying to back them in that way. But I'm not going to go all the way the other side. Do they love the club the way we want them to? No, that's clear.
Yeah, fair enough. 1975 Jamrock says, I run hot 7 days a week, 365. You can't expect someone to be the same type of fan you are. Different personalities, deals with things different. That's very true as well.
Yeah, that is very true. And that's Jamrock, what we love about being a fan base.
Do me a favor. I lost one of your super chats, Jamrock. Don't write it back as another super chat. It was the one where you listed Michael Edwards' jobs. You did 5 things. I missed that super chat. So if you could just send that back to me so we could get that read out, please, bro. Troy M says, big question for you two. If you could erase all the injuries from one previous or current injury-prone Liverpool player to maximize their potential, who would it be? It'd be Sturridge for me.
It'd be Sturridge for me as well.
Yeah, same. Sturridge is in the club now. We're not talking about a number 9. We're not talking about getting a number 9.
If Daniel Sturridge had the robustness of Luis Suarez, he'd still be leading the line for Liverpool now.
Yeah.
And
We
you know
wouldn't-
what? It'd be testing Harry Kane for being the best striker in the league. I tell you that much.
England would be sorted for strikers, and Liverpool would be sorted.
Daniel Sturridge was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And if you don't believe me, go and look when he chipped Fulham from the edge of the box.
No, West Brom.
Was it West Brom? Yeah. Oh yeah. To be honest, I still don't even know how he even had the cheek to even pull that off, bro.
Yeah. Demo Dre says a show for the best Liverpool debut goals. Then, hey, I like that.
And guys, look out for the poll that's going to be coming soon for who you want to go first on our next.
Yeah, you lot don't do me dirty again as well.
On our next. What draft? I can't wait for the next draft, Cal. I'm so gassed. It's unbelievable. Should we just let them know now what it's going to be?
Yeah, go on then.
It's going to be the current best European draft. So all players that currently are European ethnically and are playing football right now. It's going to be a madness. It's going to be an absolute madness, bro.
It is indeed. It is indeed. All right. So, people, that wraps us up for today. No, here it is. Giant Sevi Jamrock. So, Edward's jobs. 1, do your homework. 2, don't panic. 3, your top option isn't your only option. 4, use what you have, not what you might have. And balance the books. Doesn't need to flow in a set order. See, that sounds like something Scarface would say.
Listen, I cannot wait for Jamrock versus Neto with that if them guys are up for it. That will be box office, I'm telling you.
Indeed. I'm looking forward to that myself. Thoroughly looking forward to that myself. Look, people.
When I say ethnically, I mean you represent that country because that was where you were born. So every European-based country. So, for example, this time Thiago will be involved because apparently I wasn't allowed to put him in the Brazil squad, even though he is Brazilian because he's representing Spain, you know? Even though his dad's one of the biggest G's to ever play for Brazil and all that, but I was like, all right, cool, I'm not allowed to put him in there.
It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is.
And Conroy, if you're still there, bro, please drink responsibly. You're probably already smashed, bro, but just calm down a little bit. You know what I mean? Let's get into it. 5 minutes till kickoff. Big up everybody who's still in there as well, guys, because I know obviously it's hard now to fit shows in between the games. So big up everyone. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
We move.
Indeed. Thank you so much, people. And if Rafa signs for Everton, we get a live show. If there's any breaking news over the weekend, you'll get a live show. If not, worst case scenario, we'll be back on Monday for the daily news show and our Monday night live show. People, thank you so much for joining us. Smash the like button, people. Until next time, as always, stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish and we're out, people. Take care.
Peace.